Under the burning sky of Phoenix, Arizona, a shadow looms. A city where the asphalt pulses with rage and shattered dreams. That day, in a dilapidated park, 20-year-old Chris Combs, son of the legendary Sean P. Diddy Combs, defies gravity on his skateboard. A young man on fire, free, elusive. But freedom comes at a price. A roar rips through the air. Bikers, chains rattling, steely gazes invade the park. Their leader, Tank, a tattooed colossus, charges forward without looking. A crash. Chris crashes. His arm breaks with a blood-curdling crack. Tank sneers, accelerates, disappears. Silence screams. In Los Angeles, Diddy receives the call. His phone vibrates like a warning. Chris. Hospital. Biker. His jaw tightens. Not a word. Just a look that could split steel. "I'll be there," he whispers, his voice like a blade. 4 hours later, a black Mercedes slices through the Phoenix night. Diddy gets out, dressed in a dark suit with the aura of a fallen king. Chris, scarf on his arm, stares at him. "He's gone, Dad," he says, his voice shaking with rage. Diddy places a hand on his shoulder. "Where?" A friend whispers, "A bar. The Vulture's MC." That night, the bar is a cauldron of chaos. Alcohol, smoke, hearty laughter. Until the door explodes. Diddy enters, alone, a ghost in the grimy light. Their gazes freeze. Tank at the back stands up, a defiant smile. "Who are you, the star?" "Lost." Diddy advances, each step a thunderclap. He stops a breath away from Tank. The seconds stretch, suffocating. "You touched my blood," he says, his voice low and venomous. "You're going to apologize. Pay for his treatment. And pray you never cross my path again." Tank goes pale. Diddy turns on his heel, leaving a silence heavier than a scream. What would you do to protect your family? Say it in the comments. The story spreads like wildfire. Diddy, entering the Vulture's lair alone, broke Tank without a punch. But the bikers don't forgive. 2 nights later, a call pierces the silence. "You think it's over, Star?" a voice growls. Diddy hangs up, his gaze an abyss. He calls Rodney Bones Fletcher, his brother in arms, a man carved from pain. "Sean, is this war?" Bones asks. "They touched my son," Diddy replies. "They'll learn." The next day, a brick crashes against the gate of his property. A note, scribbled, "We won't miss the next one." Diddy stares at the message, his heart a war drum. He doesn't want revenge. He wants justice. With Bones he plans. Not a bloodbath. A lesson. A meeting on cursed ground. An abandoned recording studio, where Diddy forged his first dreams. The Vultures accept, arrogant, thinking they'll bend the king. Press like if you're with Diddy? The studio is a tomb. Dust, broken vinyl, echoes of a bygone era. Diddy arrives, alone, a vintage turntable in his hand like a weapon. Tank steps forward, laughing. "You're brave, Star. But here it's our law." Diddy places the turntable on the floor. No fists. No blood. Words. "You speak, I respond. If I win, you disappear. If you win, I fade." The Vulture crowd sniggers, but Tank accepts. The duel begins. Tank spits insults, threats, his voice a rumble. But Diddy remains unmoved. His words, few and far between, hit like bullets. "You think fear makes you strong?" he says, his eyes burning. "I grew up in fear. I broke it. You're drowning in it." Each sentence pierces Tank, exposes his weakness, his emptiness. The crowd falls silent. Tank collapses, breathless, defeated by a man who didn't raise a hand. Diddy leans forward. "It's over. Take your dogs and run." Share this video to spread the strength. The Vultures vanished into the night. Some left Phoenix, ghosts of a lost war. Chris healed, his arms stronger, his soul indomitable. He was skating again, but he was also learning to defend himself, guided by Bones. Diddy, from his empire, watched his son grow. "He has your fire," Bones said one day. "No," Diddy replied, a small smile. "He's forging his own." On the streets of Phoenix, a legend was born. Diddy's family doesn't go anywhere. Not without weathering the storm. This story isn't just a fight. It's a cry. Protect those you love. Defend what matters. If that fire burns within you, pick up a pen. Write, "I am the storm." Subscribe for more inspiring stories.